Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Rosie Aconseja. Thank you for watching my videos, for subscribing to my channel, and for sharing this information with someone who needs it. Today, I'm going to talk about the unfair things that happen at work. That's why it's important when you get an interview to ask crucial questions like, this company has human resources, because I found out through the years and through my customers that most of the nonprofit organizations, some of them, they don't have human resources department. So remember, because most of people also don't know, they assume that human resources is just in charge of payroll. No, they are part of payroll. They are in charge of when a complaints, when something happened unfairly, so you can go as an employee or as a manager and talk to them and find out a solution to the problem. So it's very important to ask, this department has human resources, what was the reason the previous person left the position? Most of us, we get scared to ask those questions because we are afraid they are not going to give us the job. No, remember, you are going to an interview because they want to know you. They want to know who they want to hire to do the job, the position. And you have the skills, you have the knowledge or the experience to get in that position. And the same way is from you to the company. You want to know what you're getting into. You want to know what kind of company is. It is a stable job, or is people, because there are companies that they fire people every 3 months, every 6 months, and they don't care. So you need to find out those things. A part of the salary, because nowadays most of people, they focus is how much you're going to pay me. How many tasks do I have to, because you notice nowadays the list of the tasks, they are very long. Like you have to do 20 things a day, and they don't pay you that much. So you have to balance those kind of things. And also very important, if you have human resources, if they have human resources, this is another question in the interview. After they are done asking you questions, always they ask you, do you have any questions for us? So one of those questions is, do you have human resources? Oh yes, we have. How human resources handle when there is a complaint, an issue, a misunderstanding between employee or manager, or between coworker and another coworker. They can tell you, we don't know because we haven't had any problems, blah, blah, blah. Usually, sometimes there are problems. And they are very secure about their human resources department. They are going to tell you, oh yes, having some issues, but that was well worked out and everybody's fine. Was a win-win. The complaint about the two people, that kind of thing. You need to know, because most of the times the people start the job itself is not that hard to do. The problem is about training. This is another question important. Ask, how is the training? Usually nowadays they say, oh no, well, the basic training is 1 month or 2 months or 3 months, but usually during the year we're still training people because always something new come up. So that's fine. But always you say, if you give me 100% of the training, I can give you 110% of my knowledge, of my experience, of everything, if you give me great training. Because unfortunately, most of the companies fail nowadays and people get bored and quit or go to another job, is because of the kind of job they don't train well the new employees. Unfortunately, some of the companies, mostly non-profit organizations, I don't know, and I don't understand why, what is the reason, but when they keep people for 10, 15, 20 years working there, and then they send them to train, because remember, there are people that they have a lot of knowledge, they have very good skills in what they do, but as a trainee, they don't have the skills to train. They don't have the skills to explain how to do the work. And guess what? The new employee is the one who's paying the price, because if they don't get well trained, the company is going to say, oh no, this person is not worth it. We thought that she or he is going to perform well, and now look all the mistakes they are making. So we need to be careful in the interview, ask the right questions. Write down your questions. You can even take your list of questions and ask when they ask you, do you have any questions for us? Then it's your chance to ask the questions. You have to search it. Don't search the job just because, oh, let me search the job. Yeah, I need to make 70,000 a year, or I need to make this amount of money a year. I don't care. Yeah, I just need the job. Don't do that, because you're going to be miserable. Yeah, you're going to get the money, but guess what? First, you don't know how long you're going to stay, or they are going to allow you to stay in that job. Secondly, if you are poor training, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. And if you don't ask the questions how to do things, or can you repeat again because I don't get it, or can you explain in a different way, they're going to fire you, because after 3 months, the first 3 months are crucial. They're going to check your punctuality, commitment, and responsibility in your new position. They don't tell you anything. They just observe you. And at the third month, they say, thank you, but you don't fit the position. Of course, they don't tell you why. But if you are smart enough and if you use your common sense, oh yes, I arrived a couple of days late. Oh, I was afraid to ask questions and now I mess it up too many times. Oh, or I asked too many permissions. That's the other thing. Please don't ask permission the first 3 months for doctor's appointments of your kids or for dentist appointments for yourself. Do all those things before you start a new job. Start to make those appointments. Not frequently. Do like 1 or 2 appointments a month after 3 months of the period of training. Don't do it before, because the company is going to think, okay, we hire you to be with us most of the time, and now you're asking too many permission. Looks like you're going to be the rest of the year like that. So we don't want that kind of people working for us. And that's why they unfortunately they don't tell you why they are fire you. So be careful with those things and make sure what you're getting into. Search Google or use any browser. Search the right company, what they bring to the table to the new employee. Why the previous employee left. How many people they fire a year. Is from the same department or from different departments, and what is the reason? How is the training? How often they train? How many mistakes I'm allowed to make before I get fired or whatever? I want to do the best I want to do in this new position. So first, they are going to know that you did your job, that you searched them. And secondly, they are going to see that you are very interested to belong to that company or to that organization. So be careful out there. What kind of questions you ask, because once you are inside, you sign a contract and you are inside that job, you don't know you're going to be happy in that job. Yeah, most of the people say, oh yes, I need the job because I need to pay bills, and they stay there forever instead to still applying for other jobs, the jobs that you really like. Because if you stay in that job just for the fact of the money, you're going to be miserable every day. Oh my God, I had to get up early and go to that job. I hate my manager. I hate my coworkers. I hate everybody. I don't like it. And you're going to be miserable because it's a job that you don't like it. That's why people get sick. Because first you get mentally sick, and from those, because you don't process those emotions and you don't fix your own problems, then those go to your body, and that's why people get cancer, tumors. They get a lot of illnesses, migraines. All that stuff is coming from your emotions. So please keep in mind those things. Realize, be conscious that, okay, I'll take this job temporarily because my dream job is to do this and this and this. Keep looking for another job. Keep applying, but don't quit the current job until you don't sign the contract for the next job and give 2 weeks notice, because we need the previous company to give reference to the next company. Most of people made the big mistake, even if it's a part-time job, they just leave the job. They don't even give a week notice or 2 week notice. Hey, thank you very much for the opportunity, but I found a better job. I'm working with you guys until this time. It's a way of respectful, because for example, if you are the owner of a company and 1 or 2 of your employees, they just quit, you're going to struggle because you had to find someone quick in order to fulfill those spaces that your employees they left. That's why we always give 2 weeks notice. Why those 2 weeks? To give time to the company so they can hire somebody else. I know Sounds unfair because some of you guys are going to say, but what about they don't give us 2 weeks notice to fire us? When they fire you, say you work until today and bye, because unfortunately companies have the power. They are the ones who are paying you. You are not paying them. They are paying you for your service. So they have that. And even be careful when you read the contract. In the contract says, if any time we see that you don't accomplish what we are requesting in this position, we can terminate your daily job immediately. And same for us. They say I'm an employee too, so they can say you can leave the job the same day that you want, but we will appreciate if you give us time to fulfill for somebody else, something like that. So please read carefully the contracts, not because you are so excited you just sign and then you regret it. Always read the small letter of the contracts of any kind of document or your employment contract. Make sure that what they offer you verbally, they are offering you in writing. Because some people, they just want to hire you. They tell you beautiful things, mostly in the sales department, where, yes, you're going to make this amount of money, you're going to be rich, blah, 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 blah. And when you're going to read the contract, it says something different. So before you sign, make sure you're checking the documents and everything, okay? Well, thank you for watching my videos, for subscribing to my channel. See you until next time. Okay, good luck. Bye-bye.